Hello, you lot. Not really a lot going on at the moment, but I thought some of you may be interested in what I'm doing. It's a lovely day. I went and played with a little bit of radio this morning, went down the park, done a bit of CB, and I'm just tying up a few loose ends, doing a few bits, and I thought, let's get the 2 metre one out. Just crudely set it up in the garden and see if I can hear anybody, see if I can talk to anybody. So this is what I've got, and I've just spoke to someone in a place called Who, and I'm pretty sure that's in Kent somewhere. Anyway, so this is what I've got. Got a bit of wood. There's a Slim G at an angle, and then my radio is literally balanced on a tarpaulin now. There's the radio. So I wasn't really expecting it to do anything at all. I'm a little bit upset because look at my display on the radio. I've got a load of lines that have decided not to work. Oh, it's really upsetting. Because, you know, this is a nice radio and that's probably going to cost me a fortune to get repaired, unfortunately. And if that starts to go across the whole thing, it's going to be unreadable. And that would mean that the whole radio is more or less useless. So that's unfortunate. That's upset me a little bit, but... Oh. I've just adjusted the VFO by mistake. Where was me? Oh, there was someone on here. I had it set up for you. Why are we on 50? Anyway, let's try this again now. Is anyone around? This is Mike 6 X-Ray Sierra Zulu. I don't know if there's going to be anyone else on here at the moment. CQ, this is Mike 6 X-Ray Sierra Zulu, calling CQ on 2. Oh, that's a shame. I wish I was filming when I was speaking to that other bloke. It didn't really occur to me. I think there's somebody there. That's a shame. I really didn't expect that to be doing anything, but maybe if I straighten it out a little bit. But when I heard that other person, I thought, my giddy aunt, how's that working? But it was great. I'm running that radio on the internal batteries at the moment, and I still haven't got a charger for it. So if anybody knows if there's a CD24 is what that bit's called, and the other bit I can't remember, but there's two bits. There's the main bit with a plug on it, what plugs into the back of the radio, which actually charges the batteries, and then you've got the other part which is like a power supply. I need both parts. You can buy the CD24, which is the power supply bit, but the main bit that I need, which is the bit that's got the plug on it, which plugs into the radio to charge the batteries, impossible to find. There was one that popped up on eBay and it was nearly more than I paid for the whole radio, so I don't want that. But if anybody knows of the whole charging unit, yeah, for the Yaesu 897 to charge up the internal batteries, please let me know. If it's a reasonable price, I'll buy it off you. I've got my batteries on charge because when I went out this morning, I went down to a lovely little park, and if you haven't seen the video, I don't know whether I've put that video up before this video or not, but I went down to a lovely little park. I loaded the bike up, went down to a lovely little park, and I spent about an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours down there. I managed to speak. I literally just put a wire up between two twees. Between two twees. I put a wire up between two trees, and I put the radio on the back of the bike, and I was standing there, and I managed to speak to some old friends of mine that I used to speak to quite a lot when I was quite heavily on the CB. So that was great fun. And the fact that I didn't really expect to hear too many people in that location. It was just for fun, really. It was the closest park that I could ride to that time in the morning. Anyway, I took the car battery with me, and it ran it down completely. It got to a point where the Superstar 9900, because it's got a built-in voltage protection as well, it kept going DC low, and at the end it wouldn't key up. So got my battery on charge, good old trusty battery charger, and this is another battery. For those of you that don't know, what I do is, I haven't yet got a smaller, more efficient and better lightweight battery to power the radio when I go out mobile, on the bike, or anywhere for that matter. So I just recycle these old car batteries. They haven't got a lot of guts in them anymore to actually start up a car. They hold nearly 13 volts, but they haven't got the amperage anymore. They haven't got the guts. I mean, this one at the back here is from a Kia. It's over 10 years old. This one's probably about 4 years old, but for some reason it hasn't got any guts in it anymore. But because they hold the voltage and they can supply enough amps to power a radio at 50 watts as well. They're brilliant, fantastic. And this one's got a handle on it as well. That one hasn't, that's no good, but this one's got a handle, so I can... Bit heavy, but, you know, they do the job. And car batteries aren't really designed for being discharged and charged, discharged and charged. They like to stay at a constant charge. But listen, if this has it and dies completely, it won't be the end of the world. I didn't pay anything for it. I recycled it out of a car that I changed the battery for somebody, and I said, what are you doing with the old battery? They said, well, it's no good, is it? And I said, well, not for you, no. He said, well, can you make use of it then? I said, yeah, I'll power some radios with it. He said, well, you can have it then. So there we go, recycled. So yeah, I just charge them up now and again. Happy days. They'll probably start coming about now. Time is there you go, 25 to 3. So people will probably start coming about around about now.
When I used to walk out with maybe half a dozen lengths, sort of thing, you know, just picking up a length, you know, you got it. But certainly a lot heavier gauge. I don't know whether Richardson's are the manufacturers of it or not. I know it used to come from there, so I say that's where I've got it from. But yeah, I'm just doing a bit at a time, say, because it's the marking out and getting everything the same, especially the cross braces. I've done all those first, but I've got to clean up the ends a bit, and so I'll do. So, yeah, it's all go, and I think the weather's supposed to change on Thursday, isn't it? Tomorrow's supposed to be reasonably well, not as good as today, but it's supposed to be changing on Thursday.
Just had a bit of an idea, because that screen is concerning me a little bit. I noticed it a while ago, the lines down the screen, but I didn't really take a lot of notice of it. But I don't like it. I mean, it's such a shame, you know. It's going to cost a fortune probably to have a new screen put in that, and I'm not going to be able to do that. But I'm thinking maybe because the internal batteries, I've never been able to charge them, and they're getting below 12 volts now. They're flashing all the time. So I wonder if the fact that they're low on voltage is making the screen go like that. So I'm going to plug it into, I've got a car battery here, which is reasonably charged. You're probably thinking just plug it into a PSU and get a proper 13.8 volts to it. I haven't got a PSU anymore. You know, I've properly gone minimalistic, and this is what I've got now. So every bit of radio is powered by a battery nowadays. there is no power supply at all. So this is what I've got. .7. Lines are still there. Oh, it's so gutting. I know some of you are going to be saying, what's this, what happens? It's an old radio. It's not that old, it's probably only 20 something years old. And I know these screens do it, but it's such a shame, isn't it? Really gutting, really gutting. Oh well, I was hoping that maybe when it warms up they might start to come back, I don't know. It's getting worse though, because it used to just be one line and now it's loads of them. Anyway, it's enough of that. Let's try again. Let's open the squelch up all the way. RFL squelch. CQ, this is Mike 6, X-Ray Sierra Zulu, calling CQ on 2 and listening for any replies. This is the zoo. Oh well, I must admit them lines have really, they've got to me, they have. Such a shame, it's such a mint radio, and I've spent an absolute fortune on those batteries and I can't even charge them up. Little CB set up there though, sitting around waiting to be used, and I've been using it to do a little series as well on beginner CB radio. I will move on to ham. I don't really feel like I'm qualified to tell anyone about ham though, because CB's CB. Been doing that 15 years. Been doing ham probably for about 11 or 12 years, but do I really know enough to pass on? I don't know, but if I can get people into CB and keep the hobby going, I'll be a happy man. Anyway, I'm going to leave this on now. I'm hoping that maybe the sun might warm it up and the screen might get warm and those dead lines might come back. I don't know. I hope so. And I'm interested because this one was flashing earlier and now I've got it plugged into a battery. It's stopped flashing, so I do wonder if it charges the batteries. I mean, from the schematics that I read, it doesn't, but yeah, maybe it does.